What is up, guys? Welcome back to Millionaire Gaming. So today we're playing a bunch of games today. So today we're actually doing a tier list, or we're gonna say which of the skate games have the best soundtrack. We did it for the Tony Hawk, we did it for the Guitar Heroes, so now we're doing it for the skate games. And of course I have my special guest. Say your name.
What's up, guys? Trio Bits with another video with Millionaire Gaming. We've had this planned for a while. It's been on the back burner, so it's really good to actually get this video gone through with.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be very nice. So today we're gonna do the skate games, and we're gonna do from the DS ports to the actual ones on like 360 and PlayStation 3. So with further ado, let's get this shit started. What is off with number 4 on like the place 4. So we're playing Skate 4. Yeah, I know it hasn't been released yet, so we can't really say why it doesn't have a good soundtrack or anything. But you know, it's in its beginning stages. It's pretty good. You know, what's your opinion on Skate 4, man?
Man, I mean, it looks good so far, just from like what we're seeing now. I mean, what I mean by that is like the skating physics. If we're talking graphics wise, I mean, you know, it's there, but you know,
well,
I can't criticize it. It's really early in development, but it looks good. I'm excited for it, and I'm sure it'll have a good soundtrack. I hope it has a good soundtrack.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping myself. Like, honestly, you know, Skate 4 is pretty great. I was very hyped when I got to, you know, get the early access stuff from the first build as well as this build, which is the 3/5. 7-5 build, my bad. And we're you know, it's good to play it. It's very, like, I know it's empty, but you know, it's honestly good to play if you're just kind of like getting video footage for other stuff. That's something always like to look at. Same with you could always play your Spotify. I mean, I know you like to play your Boris music and other stuff.
Yeah, my Merzbow.
Yeah, Merzbow. And then there's me playing whatever the fuck I enjoy, cause you know, it is what it is. So, like I said, there's not much to say about Skate 4, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one. So we're going on to number 3. Ready for that, man?
Hell yeah. Starting out with number 3, we have Skate 1. However, I will say, just because this is technically the bottom of the list, does not mean it is a bad soundtrack at all. It just doesn't compare to the other skate games, but we still like this soundtrack.
And it also has a very good story. Like, it's very underrated, and I actually enjoy how they put it for backwards compatibility myself.
Oh yeah, me too.
So, the bands in this game are Agent Orange, Airborne, Band of Horses, Black Flag, Booker T and the MGs, Sister Nancy, Cheap Trick, Children's of Bodom, David Bowie, Devo, Gangstar, NWA, Slayer, Nirvana, Motorhead, Rick Ross, Rick James, ZZ Top, the Ramones, the Sex Pistols, and the White Stripes. There is other groups that, you know, they have in here, but not to say that they're not good, but I will say they're not great. They're not the equivalent to, you know, what made this game the game. You know, they put a lot of like remixes and stuff.
Yeah, I hate when games like tease you by putting a good song in, but then they put like a shitty remix.
However, I will say, like, out of all the games and stuff, I was very happy when I got to play this game originally. I remember playing it back on the PlayStation 3, because most of my grandpa had a PlayStation 3, and I would play this game frequently. I don't know why, I honestly enjoyed it. It just probably gives me that kind of nostalgia. What about you, man?
Yeah, skate games have a lot of nostalgia for me. It was one of the first PS3 games I ever got. I can't remember if it was Skate 1 or 2. It might have been both. But I played those, and then like shortly after 3 came out, and I played 3 and really liked it. It was like the skate games, the Tony Hawk games, the Batman games, and the early Saints Row games were they're like the most nostalgic for me, and the Yakuza series too.
Yeah,
but Skate's definitely in that.
I'll definitely say this game gives me definitely nostalgia for real, because like this was actually when my channel was popping off, and I was actually doing like like just getting ready to work like at my job, and it's kind of hard to realize that it's been so long after all those years, you know?
I know. I mean, that's pretty much how I found your channel too, was just through well, it wasn't Skate, it was the Tony Hawk video for Project 8. But, yeah, man.
Yeah, dude, nostalgia for real. Like, I did, you know, as much as I could with these Skate games, even making those cutscenes. But I think we're talking too much about the original, you know, Skate. So I think we're going to have to go into our next place competitor and contender. Are you looking forward to this one, my dude? Because I am.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
We're doing part 2, which is, you know, second place. So would you like to say what it is, Jared?
Yeah, so this is Skate 2, and, some artists to note here: Anubis, Awesome Snakes, Black Sabbath, Cut Chemist, Dragon Force, Elo, The Gaslight Anthem, Judas Priest, LL Cool J, Motorhead, Nas, Public Enemy, Rage Against the Machine, Stiff Little Fingers, Suicidal Tendencies, TSOL, The Clash, The Specials, War, Tang Clan, and Youth Brigade. And I will definitely say these are good. These are a good amount of artists.
Yeah, see, it has really good artists myself. I definitely have to agree, because, like, this was actually the game I first, like, paid attention to, like, fully the storyline and everything, and just, like I said, nostalgia, for real.
Yeah, man. I mean, even back then, from, like, looking at the artists, I'm sure some of these songs were really popular at the time of the game's release.
Yeah, man. Freaking, I remember just listening to it all the time. In particular, the songs that would always play for me were like the Awesome Snakes Anubis by Anubis, probably TSOL and The Clash for sure. And then sometimes I would hear Youth Brigade when it was the Thrasher's Hollow Me kind of stuff, which is pretty good.
Yeah, man. That stuff was just great. I have the most nostalgia with Skate 2. That was the one I played the most as a kid. I loved the map.
Yeah, and plus, not to mention, man, those DLCs were pretty fantastic.
I will admit, the only gripe I have is, like, I like that they added the off-board mechanics, but it was so clunky and shitty. Like, walking around felt so weird to me. Skate 3 did a much better job with that, but yeah, I never really get off the board much in this game just because of how weird the mechanics are, like, feels for me at least.
Yeah, he definitely walked like a tank. That's how I could best describe how he was walking. But I do like the story. I actually liked how they, like, give a little backstory about what happened and stuff. But it's just like, it's a typical Skate game. You turn pro, and then that's about it, you know?
Yeah.
But I will say, man, one of my favorite things is the character customization. So all the games have good character customization.
Oh yeah, the character customization in Skate games was always good. I mean, to me, I like character customization in video games because, and not just like haircut and clothes, like full like facial stuff, tattoos, clothes, hair, eye color, facial hair, you know, things like that. Sometimes when they even add the height, that's cool to me. But character customization is something that's really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just like it a lot.
I definitely agree, man. I definitely agree. And it's good to see, like, you know, people still enjoying the Skate games. And I still love the endorsement from Monster Energy drink in this game. That was one of my favorite things.
I love Monster Energy.
Yeah, same with Red Bull, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah, that and Red Bull.
What about G Fuel?
Oh, gotta love Gamer Fuel.
Yeah, that's the good stuff, man. Oh man. Are you looking forward to the next one coming up? Because I'm as much as ready as you are.
Can't forget the little honorable mention we got coming up there too.
Yep, and it is coming right about now.
Alright, guys, so we have a little honorable mention just because we don't feel like it was fair to really put it on the list because it only has 4 songs. That game we're talking about is Skate.it. It was really, like, I would say it's not known about, but it's like probably the least played skate game out of the franchise. It was available on the Wii and on the Nintendo DS, which is the version that I have, as well as what Millionaire Gaming has. And yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I do have it on the Wii, of course, but you know, most people honestly play it on the DS because that's what I have it on. I also have it for the Wii, but I didn't want to pull out all the Wii stuff and all that other jazz. But I will say, it's pretty much, you know, the Wii version, just with not that great of graphics. However, I will say that the storyline is fairly okay for a DS game. I will say there are only 4 songs in this whole entire game, which, you know, kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It's Suicidal Tendencies. It also has Ghost Town, as well as Death or Glory, and this other one. I can't. It's like I can't remember the name of it, but it's a pretty decent one. But there's not much to the game. It's just flick the bottom screen and go from there. What's your opinion on it, man?
I like the story a lot.
Like, it's funny, like, the DS port doesn't have too much lore, but the Wii one actually tells you, like, what happened, why, like, all the disaster happened. It's, like, only affected San Van, not the other part of the game, like the world, which is very interesting, but I do like how they actually did put other stuff to it. Like, that was really cool in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I really like the story of it. It's really nice for, like you said, for like a kind of like a DS game, or like a kind of like a not so known about game. It's got a cool story.
Yeah, that's what I think, man. It's like definitely an underrated handheld port for games, especially, like, you know, there's the Tony Hawk ports, and, you know, not many people play it on the PSP or, you know, other consoles and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely good to see games with, you know, ports. You know, it's always a good thing to see. But I think we've talked enough about this damn game. I think we're going to go on to our final one, and boy, is it a good one.
Yes, it is. Alright.
Back. And we are on the last one. The first place winner of the entire skate games. Jared, would you like to say what it is?
Well, as you guys can obviously tell by the footage, because can't mistake this game, it is Skate 3.
Hell yeah.
Skate 3 is a really well-known game, and Skate 3 has, in our opinion, the best soundtrack. What are the bands from Skate 3?
We have
3 Inches of Blood.
We
Agent
have
Orange.
The Beastie Boys.
Cheeseburger.
Clinic.
Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Dinosaur Jr.
Chapanther.
Joy Division.
Neil Diamond.
Nihilist.
No Age.
Old Dirty Bastard.
Pixies.
Q Lazarus.
Steel Panther.
The Demonics.
The Goat.
MF Doom.
The Misfits.
The Thermals.
Them Crooked Vultures.
White Rose Movement.
Young Jeezy with Kanye West.
Yes, man. This game is very much nostalgia. And you know everybody's gonna say, why? Why wouldn't you say the last song is the best song of the entire game? No, if I had to say, it's probably either Joy Division or fucking Q Lazarus. Or the Pixies, because that's where it's all about for me. What about you?
Joy Division all the way.
Yes, rest in peace Ian Curtis, because, you know, he's a good guy. I like his music. Man, imagine if they actually had a Joy Division shirt on this game. That would have been fucking sick.
They probably did back when the custom creator emblems were available.
Oh, dude, imagine having that now. That would have been so fucking awesome.
I know.
But, you know, I still like this game. I still say it has, you know, the best soundtrack. It has a lot of cool glitches that you could do on the game. And honestly, it's very nostalgia. I remember when I first got this game, it was like, what, 2010 this game came out? I got it for like $35, and it was a birthday gift, believe it or not. I got it for my birthday, and I used to play the fuck out of it. And this was when GameStop used to sell PlayStation 2 games there too, which was very surprising.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember getting that game, and I also got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. And I remember getting it as a Christmas. I know. Like, why do I keep saying Christmas? It's weird. I think it's because we're tired.
Yeah.
I got it for my birthday, and I remember it from seeing my grandparents that live up north. I don't even know how the fuck they're doing. But, yeah. What about you, man? Do you remember when you first got Skate 3?
Yeah, I was, I don't remember how old I was, but I remember getting it because I was, like, really, really young. But, I mean, I liked the first 2 games because, like, I like Tony Hawk's games, so, I liked Skate. And I remember when I was younger, like, nowadays I'm into the more realistic type of skating game, but, when I was younger, I kind of didn't like that because I was, like I said, just mainly a Tony Hawk's fan, so I kind of liked the arcadey feel. So when Skate 3 came out and it had, like, very unrealistic gameplay, I was like, hey, I like this.
Yeah, I remember, man, because I used to be, like, big into the arcadic style. I still am, but I don't know why. I just like more a realistic kind of feel to the games. Unfortunately, you know, I don't play Skater XL anymore because that game's terrible. What about you, man? Do you like Skater XL?
Nah, not really.
Like, the skating, like,
Session's
the modding
good.
Yeah.
Session's good.
Dude, I love Session. Like, have you seen the update that they recently put out?
I have not.
Man,
I haven't been up to date with it.
Dude, they did a full release of the game, and it's just fantastic. We'll have to do, like, some more videos of it soon.
Oh, for sure.
Because, remember how we did the story, but they actually added more areas. They have, California in there now.
Really?
Yeah. And one of, a skater that I actually, my friend got the trucks for is actually in the game, which is really cool to see, which is, Nora something. I don't know how to say it, but I got my friend those trucks, and it's on his skateboard, which is really cool.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh, hell yeah, for sure, dude. Of course, there's always the DLCs with this game.
Oh, yeah.
It's just beautiful stuff. That's really what I can tell you.
The Skate 2 maps and stuff.
But if I could say the last thing to say on this video, how would you feel if it was Skate 3, like, gameplay, like, character-wise, like, being able to walk and do the things that he's able to do, but it had, like, Skate 2 physics, but Skate 3 kind of soundtrack.
Oh man, that'd be great. Well, I would like Skate 3's walking styles and stuff. But besides that, yeah, it would be an amazing game. I'm sure there's a mod out there that can make that happen, but it is kind of hard modding. It's hard modding these games because you can't really easily emulate them, and there is no way of getting them on PC.
Yeah.
Could you imagine how much nicer it would have been if they released Skate on PC?
Oh, it would have been so fantastic.
But yeah.
Yeah, well, there you guys have it. Freaking, it's the best to worst, or worst to best, Skate 3 and Skate soundtracks in general. I am the shit.
And Triobit signing out.
Peace out. We're tired as fuck, I'm sorry.